We're going to call the Montgomery County Industrial Development Agency meeting to order. If we can we stand and do the pledge? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Thank you. We're going to do the minutes. So in your packet was the governance committee meeting from September. Any changes? If not, we have a motion to approve the minutes.
Make motion.
Thank you. A second. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay. Perfect. The regular meeting minutes from September 21st. Anyone see anything that needed to be changed? If not, we have a motion to approve the minutes. Thank you. A second. I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Same. Great. Communications. None. Any public comments? Anybody on? No. Nobody on the public's here or on Zoom, so no public comments. There is no chair's report this month. Director's report. None this month. Financial report. Sheila.
Yes, I have everybody.
You always do.
Only one. So the financial reports are in your packet. There wasn't anything particularly out of the ordinary. All pilot payments have been made. School pilots that came out in September. All of those are up to date. And then so we just need a motion to approve the transactions for the month of. I did September through November since we haven't met.
I'll make a motion.
Second. All right. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Abstain? Great. The revolving loans.
Yep, I just wanted to mention the auditors reached out to me today, so they'll be coming out starting in probably February. They'll start asking for data in January, so we won't have a financial report until they're completed in March. Revolving loan fund is included with loans now, and they are all current. No exceptions with anything.
Quick question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quick question, Sheila. If for a new applicant, what's the current rate?
So the current rate hovers around the prime rate. So it's up there. I haven't looked at it. 8.5 now.
So the word directly to it.
Well, we could go a percentage lower or two, depending on job creation, the amount of the loan.
We have flexibility.
So
There's
we have a
a
little bit of flexibility there.
It flows with prime.
But it flows with that.
Understood. Yeah, no question. Thank you.
Anything else? The 25,000 that you see on the report is the administration that comes from the CD fund at the county level to the general fund, just to offset some admin.
And you give a call for a neat process. So, apply for revolving loan fund.
Oh, yes, I did. We did settle that, and we also set the micro application out. I did directly talk to them.
I was going to have Vinny talk about that in the marketing. If you want to now, Vinny, you want to just talk a little bit about the micro grants?
Yeah, so we just, last week, we sent out the application for the micro grant. If you know of anyone that may want to apply, again, kind of the general requirements, it has to be a business with 5 or fewer employees. They either have to be a low and moderate income owner, which there's a scale, or you'd have to create a job. Machinery, equipment, that's
What kind of rates are you looking at that? This is
so it's pretty much 5 to 35,000 in grants, it's reimbursable, so that's the big kicker here. You have to pay for some of the things on front and then we reimburse it. But we will do 3 reimbursements for it, so you can do, if you have 30,000, 10, 10, 10. Yeah, and it's pretty much our most straightforward.
And I'll put a pitch in for bid. If there's anyone on the board who's interested, has time, we could use help reviewing when they come in, right?
Yeah,
But
we have a
use-
board that review the applications, but we'll review the applications first and then bring them forward. So if we get, might be a lot if we get contact. Yeah, we have about 60 people. We came yesterday and just did an interview for the, so.
Daryl's retired. She said she would be interested in helping.
They can help then.
Jenny, did you reach out to the local banks and chambers of commerce and like that for this program?
I did not, but that is a good idea. I will do that.
You know, what we see that Marco, because they have something similar, maybe they can, you could work hand in hand.
Yeah. And guys, we can just kind of pushing it out too.
Yeah.
All right, we're having fun at your expense now.
My last word is
Sure. Anything else on the revolving loans or any questions about the micro grants? Great, we don't need an action item for that one. So, marketing report.
Yeah, so today's marketing report, we're gonna show you our 2 websites that we created. So we didn't get a chance to last time, but within the past month and a half, we updated our business development site and a tourism site. So I'll just give you a. So this is the new business development center website. So obviously, Empire.
Engines.
Yeah, did this for us. So, grow, invest, live, key industries about us. Montgomery County. And these are pretty much our main areas of focus that we're trying to attract to the county: transportation, warehouse, logistics, advanced manufacturing, food manufacturing, and then our economic profile. Boxes for all our resources, local resources, state resources, small business financing. There's the press. And then kind of brand side in Montgomery County, those are our success stories. So one of the main changes we made was to the IDA and public document section. I know on the other website, we just kind of have lists and lists of, our meetings and everything. So now it's in this public document section, which sources by date, and then makes it very easy for people to search for documents that need on our website. So we have different categories, approved projects, anything involved with our office, capital resource corps, district MAC, planning board, policy procedures. You can also use the search bar. Once you type in anything, it comes right up. So that's very user friendly and simple. Planning services, we have thing we have to offer here. And again, if you want to do the micro enterprise grant, if you just lead them to our website, that's where this is. You can click on that. The application is right here. Slide deck is just a presentation about the requirements for the grant. It's a lot more visually appealing than our last site. We tried to take out a lot of reoccurring wording and, cut down on some of the wording in the language and get more visual pictures.
In your film there section.
So I believe CSD board. Right there, we got a link to our live stream.
Yeah, I gotta get this.
Yeah, very user friendly. Anyone else want to see more of it, or you want me to go on to tour? So we just launched this recently. If anyone saw our last site, it was just very outdated. Again, we wanted to have more videos and photography on it. So it's slowly company to get back.
Our actors.
Yeah.
Oh, there's video going on there.
Yeah. That looks like fun.
It does look like fun, doesn't it? I don't know that I can ever reach that.
It's a beautiful piece of property inside.
These are 4 videos, how we're breaking it up into different seasons, winter, summer, fall, spring videos that we created last year. As all our agricultural attractions, dining, shopping, sports recreation. So this is more of just a kind of a directory. We've been updating that, and we'll stay on making sure any new business or business info either come on or off the website.
But if someone's not on there and they want to get on there, how do you go about doing that?
So if they just email us at the tourism email.
I can just picture that happening, right?
Yeah, just email us, we'll put them on. If they, or call the office, we can make sure they get on.
That's great.
Yeah. A couple other videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more visually appealing than the last website. Great, and then, we had the Elves Day out in Canterbury, a few weeks ago, and I think that went pretty well. We looked at our statistics, and we had 1,000 people and businesses. Stephanie talked to all the businesses, and most of them said they saw an increase in business, and I'm very happy with it, right? So, yeah, we're going to continue to grow that. I was gonna play, so. Yeah, I mean,
Janet said from Thursday to Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll obviously continue it coming in the new year, so. Have any questions or? No, good.
Bring it up to the year 2023. Nice, bring it up to the year 2023.
Exactly,
Oh, just so you guys are aware, and we'll get to the meeting, but, Carol last last meeting. So we were a little bit proactive, so we didn't have a lapse, so we didn't jeopardize the quorum for our January meeting. So what we did is have the county legislature appoint a new, member. Edward Watt just walked in, so we can start January 1 of this year. He's currently teacher at the Montgomery School District. He's also the village trustee, Village of Montgomery, and he's also the clerk in the village of Nelliston. He's been instrumental so far with a couple of big projects out there, including the soon be hopefully converted old school into a daycare center, and leverage couple $1 million grants, certain things. So he's working with us a lot. It's a project, not only can share with the West Park. We'll after our meeting.
Yeah, do you want to go around quick and we'll?
Yeah.
So I'm Matt Beck, I'm the chair of the IDA, so welcome aboard.
We know each other.
Let's stand by the fire house.
Andrew said some of those,
Please.
I don't need it. Earl Cinnamon, thank you for taking my place.
Now Sheila's down.
And won't let me leave.
You're the only one that we're missing, two time, and, and Riccio out of Amsterdam, City of Amsterdam, and Lori Lander. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
We appreciate that. All right, Vinny, you done with marketing?
Yeah.
Anyone have any questions for Vinny?
Speaking of daycare, whatever happened with when you were working with years ago?
Well, we did that study and then Ken just mentioned that, the old Nelson School.
Yeah.
We're-
Nothing down anyway, wasn't that where you're focused?
We did a study throughout the
county.
and we focused a little bit on the Gordon Park.
Yeah, and then we did look at, their daycare came to us first and helped with they never. And obviously.
Any other questions? Okay, unfinished business, I don't think there's any from last time. So new business. The first one is the MRB group. Cost
Yeah,
benefits
yeah.
analysis.
This is the yearly, when we do our IDA applications, part of those IDA applications that we present to the board as a cost benefit analysis, software, from the MIB group. So all of this really is motion to, renew that software with them for $1,000, so we don't need a resolution.
Can't go. I'll make a motion.
Second,
I'll second.
we don't need to do roll call on this. Just all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstention? Great. The next one is the marketing software. Place or left.
This one here is the one that we came to the board last year. We started in September of last year, and obviously the renewal was due in September. I think at the time, that yearly trial, we were at 25,000 for that. Vinny, I think we did utilize it a lot. I mean, we did, utilize it a lot, obviously, for tourism, some other events we were doing. And in fact, there was, as I said, Vinny citing with regards to, Harry came from, the placer data. And we can kind of track as to where those people are coming from as well. We did talk to the placer, felt that it was high. So we kind of negotiated with them, and what we were able to come up with is they were able to reduce that to 12,500 this year.
What was last year?
You know, 25,000.
So they cut it in half.
But we felt there was some other. Well, there was some other software out there potentially that we could have looked at, but it it didn't have, the amount of, data that we can actually extrapolate and make pretty good informed decisions in regards to what we're doing. So, staff, everybody actually uses it, it's really come in handy this past year, so all we're doing is asking for it to renew that for half that cost is $12,500.
Anyone have any questions on that?
I was wondering if there's a way to track how much we use it compared to the monthly use.
Yeah, we can do that.
And
we have
obviously,
to generate reports with it, so we know, we have them on file, so we know how many reports we're generating for the year.
yeah, and obviously make sure there's no downturn in the value for the reduced price.
Good points.
And it doesn't have to be monthly. I mean, you can quarterly.
Well, that's kind of what we did to have them bring the price down, as we said, listen, we're not, for 25,000, worth that, can you bring the price down and we'll use it more for the money.
I think we're on the same page. That's perfect. Thank you. No other questions.
Anyone else, any questions? If not, can we have a motion? I'll offer the motion on this one.
I'll second, since I had a question.
Any two, roll call vote on this one, Andy, please.
This is roll call.
This is resolution.
Yeah.
Back.
Yes.
Carol Kinnaman.
Yes.
Mark Kowalczyk.
Aye.
Derek Piazza, Lori Langford, Cheryl Reese.
Aye.
Brett Pettipas.
Yes.
Motion passed.
She's already good.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She's already,
Making sure.
yes, it will be punished.
Yes, you get dirty looks.
The ayes have it.
Yeah, you actually do it. Yes. We do it. All right, the next one is the Peters property.
Yeah, there's a resolution before you, we were approached, the resolution before you is, maybe resolution 23-21, it's a resolution authorizing the sale of property. Located in the Florida Business Park, Peters Property Holdings LLC. We were approached by Dane Logistics, probably 3-4 months ago with regards to, their existing location. If you look at what I've said, what I've painted out, you'll see the property in question is a 14-acre piece of property. It's half wooded. And it's at the end of the cul-de-sac. If you drive through the rest of the business park, it's that property that's sitting there at the end of the cul-de-sac. They are outgrowing some of their current needs, and in fact, we'll talk about that later. They're in the process of building another 50,000 square foot facility right adjacent to theirs, on a 4.5 acre parcel that we had sold to them, I believe, in 2021. So right now they are before the town of planning board for site plan approval. So Mr. Orr did approach us, as we have to do. We did do an appraisal on that property. I believe I did. The appraisal is correct. But the appraisal came in at $70,000. Part of the property obviously is some wetlands, so that's always been the issue in the park. And so we, we're going to have before the resolution to sell that to Peters Property Holdings LLC for that appraised. I don't know, Chris, you have anything?
I only got that, the appraisal came back at under $100,000, we don't need to send a letter to all the different entities, state level, then wait 90 days before we sell the property, so.
Gotcha.
We're good on that.
And as just to let this board know, obviously, as with this land sale, dollars received on this land sale gets paid and passed through to the county with regards to the agreement we had in place with them on the debt service. That's the load on the energy. Just so you guys are aware.
There's been no other interest in this land in the past couple of years.
No, it's because if you see it, Brad.
I know the parcel, I know which one, right at the end.
And we sold Dane some other, didn't we?
We
We
did.
expanded.
We sold them and that closed, just to let you guys know, since we met last time, the 200 some acres in the back of the park that we had sold them, that did close, so we have closed on that. Obviously, we're holding a mortgage on that for 5 years until it's paid in full, so most payments as well are going to the county.
Directly to the county.
Correct. So there's gonna have to be, Sheila and I just looked at the numbers, when it's said and done, because this would be our last piece of property that we own in the park. So Once those 4 or 5 years are up, we're gonna just revisit it, and there's no more land to be sold, so we're gonna have to, obviously work with the county, in relation to what's remaining, it's gonna be written off.
It's over 100.
Ken, I just had one question. I think I can read it here. Looks like we're keeping a sufficient right away there, the parcel 3,
Oh, yeah,
so,
yep.
110 feet, is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's where our access that's a 60-foot or 100-foot wide.
Whatever, yeah.
Area
We're
to
not-
access our wells. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I want to make sure that we didn't landlock ourselves there. And I can still read, that's small.
For you, Mark, because I can.
There.
No, I have no other questions, thank you.
Anybody else, any other questions? If not, do we have a motion?
Makes a motion.
Second? I'll second it, okay. Roll call vote, please, Andy.
Yep, Cheryl Reese. Matt Bax.
Yes.
Carol Tillman.
Yes.
Mark Walter. Aye. Amanda Rick is out, Larry Langer is out, Brett Phillips. Aye.
Keep around this time.
The last one is you.
So, yeah, we're only in. DOT down in Kendall.
All right, so you
No.
No,
must have got added after the packet went out. All right, so let's go with the Canal New Business Park Study. One.
Yes, this here is an ongoing, issue that we've been working on, obviously. There was, over the past couple of months, there was a fire in one of the lots, behind the building that we had nothing to do with, but there was basically a pile of manure, that caught on fire and it burned for a while, two or three separate occasions. When they actually went to start to suppress the fire, it really brought down the water level. Didn't really pull it all in regards to what they had. Trucking stuff from the river up here. So obviously that's a concern for some of the business in the park, as well as obviously the facilities that are in, everybody that's serviced by that. So we had a couple of meetings with the county, our office, sheriff's department, the town of Glen. So we looked at the wells in the park, if you recall, last year, the year before, with regards to a couple of those wells, and we found that there is adequate water supply in there. So this study would take it a step further and actually look at whether to potentially use that for a potable water supply, or could it just be used with a standpipe for fire suppression purposes in case it was ever necessary to be utilized. So they'd be working with obviously us at the IDA, the town of Glen, the emergency management, and the sheriff's office, as well as our DPW department. So this is a study taking it further. It is obviously it helps our businesses. They're slightly concerned with regards to this. So what you have before you is Prime taking this study to the next level. You see what their services made out in base service today. And then their fee for that would be fee not to exceed 50,200. So we're recommending the board to approve this resolution for this, and everything moving forward on this study.
And is that a reasonable amount?
Yeah, it is, considering everything that they're gonna have to do, because they're actually having to get into the system, into the actual sheriff's department system, as well as the system in this building, and go into the other building.
My assumption is that this is kind of, I mean, we really need this from a county perspective. I'm sure insurance rates, things of that nature could be impacted if we don't do some of this.
Correct, I mean, we're the developers of the park, so
Yeah.
I think we kind of have an obligation to
All
get us through. That's the idea.
Our procurement, did it get bidded out to other people?
We've been working with them. You'll see in the resolution, Brett, you'll see, we have been working with them. It's really an amendment of the existing contract. You'll see we've addressed that issue in section. What's that?
Well, IDA's had an exemption for hiring.
So, yeah, and it's actually, if you look, Brad, if you look at page, well, be 85 of that, but if you look at the second page of that resolution, you'll see some of those withdrawal clauses, where it's been an ongoing, agreement that we have to our people way back when we first developed it. So it's been an ongoing agreement in relation with these guys.
This is Donald.
Yeah, and you'll see that
Gotcha.
further resolve, the existing veterans, and then the ongoing contract with primary group of Albany for the purpose of providing ongoing engineering services for the Glen County business park, includes selection of the contractor for the agency procurement policy for the following reasons. Contractor is familiar with the agency, the mission and operation, the infrastructure associated with the Glen Park, as well as the village of Fultonville and the town of Glen. The contractor has contracted with the agency in the past, as well as an ongoing contract and produce timely and professional service to the agency. We can address that with which would be adequate, right? We can address it.
That's not, just know that there's an exemption for the IDA to hire who they want for professional services. So. Do the law.
We're double covered on it.
You're double.
Ken and the board, I just have one question, you know. You look at item 6 where they're gonna prepare a model using software. Do we make sure that we get that model at the end, because there's a little bit of, right now, it looks like it's before. We're looking, you know, it's gonna be moved down the road. The way I read that, I mean, is that, am I correct in that? Counselor, that they prepare a model, we should have it provided to us at the end, right?
Copy of the model.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just clarify, Mark.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be like, oh, we modeled it, but it wasn't included.
Max Fire Road for the Glen Canal and Business Parks. The biggest building in here right now is probably Dane.
Well,
Yeah,
probably.
Right.
the building is-
They cracked those hydrants, they didn't have enough water to fill up that pile of manure. So that would make me nervous.
Yeah.
Plus, like, if you get like one of these electric vehicles now, they can take a ton of water to put one out.
Yeah.
Okay, no other questions, thank you.
Anyone else? Any questions on this one?
Just combust.
If not, can we have a motion?
Oh,
Thank you. A second.
I'll second.
Thank you. Roll call vote, please, Andy.
Mark Walter. Aye. Matt Beck.
Yes.
Cheryl Sherman.
Yes.
Amanda Ricky is out, Lori Langer is out, Cheryl Reese.
Hi.
Patrick Pettiford.
Yes.
Motion passed.
And then the D, other resolution is authorizing an easement to New York State DOT for the Florida Park extension. So the resolution's in the packet, it just wasn't on the agenda. Some of us have.
So the resolution, yeah, thank you, Chair. The resolution is there. What I passed you out at the beginning of the meeting is if you'll take the picture of the proposed Dollar General distribution center, distribution center. When we were doing the office survey, with regard to this, we came across it, you can see where the location is not part of the property, and there's that little green sliver. You'll see that that was like the drainage when this became a state highway. Now we're going again, remember, we're going back to the early 1900s when it became a state highway. So the office survey picked up that that sliver right there is actually owned by the county of Montgomery. And DOT had jurisdiction over it. So we've been working with DOT and the county for the past, for the past 3 or 4 months, because obviously this has to go part of the Dollar General project, or there would be no Dollar General project. Basically, in a nutshell, what's going on is we've done a resolution with the county where the county will transfer that over to us, that little sliver over to the IDA. And that can only take place after DOT relinquishes jurisdiction over that. So we have petitioned DOT, they are currently in the process of relinquishing jurisdiction over that. That's what this resolution does, it authorizes myself or the chair to sign all the documents associated with that. And the easement part, Mark, is, because obviously DOT at one time had jurisdiction over this as a maintenance thing, stormwater runoff and everything. So Dollar General has been working with them, whereby DOT would have access to their mitigation and runoff areas. So the easement itself that we're giving to DOT would be in relation to those newly built areas on the Dollar General project. So that's all this really is in a nutshell. Administratively, it's been a long process. We can't thank DOT enough for actually working with us on this. This would have been a deal breaker on the project.
When do they think that total approved from DOT?
Once we get DOT, I just talked to them earlier this week. Once we get them the resolution that we're gonna act upon tonight, they're still working on the actual language, the meets and bounds language of that. I'm assuming sometime probably in January, Chris, so from DOT, and then we'll do the transfer of that piece to the county IDA, and we can close out the project.
Good.
So there's been no action taken by the county?
No, the county has approved the resolution that DOT was.
They did that last month?
They
They
did
do
it,
it this month?
no, they did it last month.
Okay.
And that's the same resolution where the county has sold it to the IDA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I sign that dollar check?
Yeah. I don't know. I did. Yeah, you did.
I did.
So, yeah.
Very good.
That's what's going on in a very watered down way.
No, I mean, I just wanted to say, this has been a lot of work, extra work for you guys on this. I mean, to have, I know like it seems like a lot of time, but in government time, that's like a minute.
Yeah.
So you guys did a heck of a job on that.
That should be stated, DOT.
Yeah.
Especially with that.
Like, that's big, because I thought this was gonna take much longer than this.
Like I said, they've been great. I mean, we've had a great relationship with them on the development park and other parks, and they've been really.
What's the anticipate breaking ground there?
Well, we'll be closing hopefully on January, February, in the spring.
Why, you gonna be looking for arrowheads?
Sure it is.
Poor Desmond.
All right, we have a motion on that one. I'll offer on that one. Second?
Oh, sure.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, you guys, sure.
All right, roll call vote, please, Andy.
So this is 23.
I have one, two, 20.
I have 23, 22. I just want to make sure, we got our 23, 22, Andy.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
23.
Wasn't the last one 23?
Right, 23, 23.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's true.
We might have to change it. All right, we'll make sure that it says 20.
21 Peter property, 22, the other, the study, and then 23.
We're just having, it's on our packet, it's still saying 23, 22, so we just gotta make that change.
Here it says 23, 22, but down here it says 23, 23, you're right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay. So we'll just catch that, we can get it, that's all. I maybe do it.
Carol Tinman,
Yeah.
Mark Walter,
Aye.
Amanda Rick is out, Lauren is out, Cheryl Reese.
Aye.
Brad Pettiford. Aye. Motion
We need a motion to go into executive session now to talk about a company's financials.
Okay, I'll offer.
A second, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Great,
Who was that, Carol?
yes.
Second?
Yes.
So no action was taken in executive session. We're back. Before we adjourn, we mentioned it a couple times tonight. It is Carol's last meeting. Carol's been with the IDA since 2007. So 16 years of volunteer service to the IDA. With that, putting up with Ken, yes, for all of those years. Yeah. So she is our longest term board member. So when I've shared this in the past with two other people who we did plaques for who had some service with us. I'll just share, like, personally, when I started, Carol was someone that helped me understand our roles and responsibilities on this board. Carol's strength has always been with the financial pieces of this, but she's much bigger than just the financial pieces of this. She's been a huge asset for this board. I can speak on behalf of the staff to say that there's many times that there's other things behind the scenes that they would reach out to Carol, get her opinion on before meetings, and really use her expertise to help this agency. 16 years of volunteering to do any service is a lot. And I just know, I know I can speak on behalf of the board that we are truly going to miss you as a board member. We wish you nothing but the best. We were excited when you retired for yourself personally and all of the things that you want to do now. We just can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for the board itself. And I would just share personally for helping me to always learn and grow in this capacity. You've been really a mentor and helped me to understand what our roles and responsibilities are on this board, and especially from a fiscal perspective. So I just really want to thank you. And if anyone else would like to say anything, please go ahead. It doesn't just have to be me who's doing it.
Yeah, no, man, I want to add the same, Carol. I've learned a great deal from you, especially on the financial side. I mean, we all bring different things to this board, but you've always steered us in the right direction. Your guidance has always been spot on, and thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, and good luck.
It's been a pleasure working with everybody. I'll miss you, but it's time to move on.
There's a very yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It is a long time. Ken, you.
No, Carol knows, I mean, like you said, man, we talk a lot offline. We always ask stuff, what she thinks about this or that before we even come to the board, sometimes before we even come to you.
Yeah.
So how much we value your, expertise and your history with the board and going through every big project that's actually happened in the county in the past 20 years. I mean, this agency has been a part of, even a couple that haven't gone through, but we're big projects. So from a personal standpoint, I really appreciate that. I know the rest of the staff really appreciates that. So we're gonna miss you. Miss you at MBE, and we sit on that executive board as well. So we're really gonna miss you. Enjoy yourself down there.
Yeah.
We're not come back here for a meeting.
Thursday afternoon, and I want to go golfing.
Yeah. Yeah,
And if you play your cards right, and they really need to, they might be inspired and actually get paid.
But Ken, I'm gonna say,
Watch on YouTube.
and Ken makes a great point. 16 years, Carol, you have seen a lot of the projects that have benefited this county and taxpayers in this county.
Well, when I came on board, the beach nut was like secret.
Yeah. So you've really seen a massive expansion on the 5S corridor in these parks. So, again, I think, on behalf of all of us, thank you very, very much for the service that you've provided us. So
Yeah.
here's your. Thank you very much. We are gonna have some snacks after the meeting too. There's some food. We had dinner. You guys got dinner actually.
Yes, Carol.
So all we need now is a motion for adjournment. Carol, would you like the spot? Second, Cheryl, all in favor? Yes. Anyone opposed? Great, meeting's adjourned at 4:02 again.